form. There's no really code beyond that. It's just posting to bt.php. All right, and let's look at that.
Can you screen share, James?
Oh yeah, yeah. There we go. Screen share.
There
So
we
yeah,
go.
everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, perfect. So I'm gonna just. This might not be the greatest way to step through somebody else's code, but we'll just go through it. Okay. So you're setting a bunch of switches. The only one that actually does anything is the straddle, it looks like. All right, and then I'm guessing get Fridays and get straddle are functions in your backtest1.php.
The Get Fridays is a separate file in and of itself.
Yes. Zayu wrote that if Zayu wants to.
Get Fridays in the date.php.
Oh, the date.php. Well, let's look at that first. Okay.
So most of this comes from a function that was an algorithm that was already online.
Right.
But it works, so.
Okay, well that's good.
I think the only thing we need to add to it is we need to check to see that each of the dates it returns are valid trading days.
Yeah.
So
well, and even with that, if you put where the expiration is within 2 days before or 2 days after, you don't even need to really check to make sure that it's a trading day. You just need to make sure that you have that bit of code in your SQL query. You know, if you're going to use this as the third Friday, just take into account that it might be 2 days before or 2 days after, and you should be fine.
The expiration date?
Yeah. If this is how you're trying to find the expiration date, then that's good. The same with the starting date. The starting date's a little bit more tricky, I guess, because if the third Friday is not a trading day, then you would want to use the previous trading day. So yeah, in that case, you would want to select from the OVS calendar where the trading day is equal to or less than the third Friday of the month. Only look at calendar type 2, which are valid trading days, and then sort descending, but limit it to one return, and that'll give you the last trading day, which should be the third Friday, and if it's not, it would be the trading day where the market was open before that Friday.
Okay, so the start date is so like if say we start our window is 2014, that whole year. So the first start date will be the third Friday of January. Then the expiration date will be the third Friday of February.
That is correct.
Okay, that's how we have it set up.
Okay.
Good.
So yeah, that's fine. And let's see, the back test 1.
So the first little bits there are the code that you gave us. We've commented that out. Haven't deleted.
Calculation dates. I'm guessing this calculation dates is the array that's returned back.
Yeah, it's a valid Fridays.
Yeah, Yeah. Okay. And get the volatility difference. Check that out.
So those two queries there get the upper and lower strike.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Then there's some pretty simple logic to get the smallest absolute value of the upper strike minus the close and the lower strike minus the close, because we're using the one that's closest to the close, and then we're setting the value variable to the closest one.
Yeah. That's right. And
I think
then,
we're gonna rename that value variable.
Yes.
Strike.
Strike. It
That's
should be
not-
strike value.
yeah, I mean, so far it looks like you all are on the right track. You just need to get your dates figured out. And then in the case that there is no value in this section right here, if there's no strike that's there, so when you look for an upper and a lower strike, you're when you're looking for that, realize that the queries that you're using here, right here, they are looking for corporate actions, and they're looking for other things like that, the valid bids. So if one of those don't exist, you might get a null value there. And if that is a null value, you want to, I mean, literally, you just want to continue whatever this data counter value, when
Yes.
that comes in. If it's null, if it's not greater than 0, just continue to the next iteration in your loop.
All right, I can do that. That's no problem.
So what you're saying is it's normal behavior to sometimes have no strike.
Right, because you're filtering for valid bids and things like that.
Okay.
So when you're looking for those, if there's no valid ones, it's going to come back null. And so you just need to skip that one, because it's like, okay, well, I don't want to use, I can't use a strike of null, so I'm going to go to the next one. The assumption is that it doesn't meet the parameters of the strike price selection, so you just continue to the next asset.
Okay. So
at the end, we would not want to display those.
That is correct. That's why you would just continue. I think that's the actual function that you would use, is just continue. If you test that value, like right after this section here where you decide what data counter value is going to be, when you decide that, right after that, it's like if data counter value is less than 1, continue.
Okay.
And then that's it.
Right.
There's some parameters you can pass to that continue if you're trying to continue in a sub loop or something of that nature, but usually just it by itself is enough to do what you want it to do. It's 4:07.
You need to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wanna?
Yeah, I don't really have.
I mean, do you all have any output beyond what we're seeing here?
we can create some output. We were doing that like last night or the night before. It's not very difficult to put what we're like. We were doing that, right, Clint?
Yeah, like we can just take the output of the query and dump it into, or
Yes.
we can just spit out the contents of that array.
You know what? Probably it sounds like you all have some problems that you need to work out with the strike prices and the dates. If you all get those figured out, and then you can actually assemble trades for us to look at, that's probably like the next time that we need to look at something.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
Right.
Okay.
And so that might be the best thing, since we already know those things need to be done. That would be the next logical step, and then from there, we'll tell you if you're right or not.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to put together a list of things that I want to see.
Yeah.
How about that?
Okay.
It's like, okay, at this step I want to see this. At the next step I want to see this, and at the next step I want to see this.
Yeah.
And then we'll be able, because that's what I'm going to basically do. I'm just going to tell you the process I'm going to use to confirm everything's accurate.
Right. And so but until then, we're kind of I'm going to have to leave here pretty soon, and Don doesn't really have much to add.
I don't have much to add.
So
I'm going to get started on my list right now, though, so you can have it before the end of the day. And if you want to work on it over the weekend, fine. If you want to wait till next week, that's also fine. You know, I'll leave that up to you, but I'm going to get it to you as soon as I can, so that I'm not the bottleneck.
Right.
I don't like being the bottleneck.
Okay. Before you all leave, Clint, do you understand the date and how to fix the date? Like, do you understand that completely, what James was talking about?
So my understanding is that we have the third Fridays. Then we need to make sure that it's a valid trading date. We take the day before that if it's not.
yes, for the inception date of the trade, that is
Right.
correct.
Then for the expiration date, it's like, I guess I still am kind of fuzzy on that, because it's like you were saying if it's before 2015.
When you're finding your strike prices for the upper and the lower value of the strike prices, let me see. It might already be in there. Yeah, see where this says and expiration date is date add
Yeah.
interval 30 days. See, that's not going to always get you. It can't be less than or equal to that. You want that expiration date to be. You almost want it to say, and then you're going to put the date that you derive that is the. So you're going to have your inception date. We'll just make up one now. We'll say that your inception date is this month's expiration, which is April the 17th.
Okay.
We'll say April the 17th is when you're looking for trades. When you're in this section, you're going to want to say, and April, right here, and April 17th, in single quotes, is between, and then you would do date add expiration date, interval 2 days, and I actually said that, and expiration date is between date add interval 2 days, and then you would put April whatever, April 17th there. Now okay, here. I'm gonna put a little comment here. So your inception, we'll say inception equals 2015 04/17. Okay, then you're going to calculate the third Friday of the next month.
Okay.
So your calculated expiration date equals 2015 05/15. That's going to be the third Friday of May. Then, for your query, to find out where the expiration date's actually at, you're going to say, everything that you do up till this point, and then you're going to replace that with this. You're going to say, and EXP date between, and it's going to be something like date add do calc EXP date interval today. So that's gonna be 2 days after.
Okay.
And date sub calc EXP date interval today. Okay. And I might have not put the single quotes in there right. I think I actually have them backwards. But it's going to be something like that. And what that will do is it'll take your calculated expiration date and look for a 2-day window around it when you're looking for your strike prices. Well, when you get back your strike prices, guess you'll also get back your expiration date. All right?
Okay.
You're going to get an upper strike price, a lower strike price, and your expiration date. Well, then now you have a real expiration date, so you don't have to worry if that one. You don't even need to look in the OVS calendar for that.
Okay.
That's going to be the expiration date.
Okay.
All right?
So those 3 lines there are sufficient.
That should be sufficient to get your expiration date.
Okay. Because I was thinking there was a little bit else that had to be done. But okay. And then that expiration date we can use because it spits back a correct expiration date, like you said, and use that from there on out.
That is correct for the expiration date. For the inception date, you'll do the check against the OVS calendar. If
Right.
the date is either equal to or less than that, order by the date, and then limit it to 1, and that'll give you the last trading day.
Okay.
All right.
So you understood that, Clint? You're good? All right, awesome.
All right. Well, guys, I got to get going.
Okay.
Anything else?
I don't think so. Did you have anything else to say?
No.
All right. Thank you very much, James. I appreciate you helping us.
Yes.
No problem. And then I'll send you a text after Don gets his list up on Asana.
Yeah, I'm working on that right now.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good. Thank you.
No problem. See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.